How did ancient civilizations build massive structures without machines? We live in a world where machines do the heavy lifting. Cranes build skyscrapers. Robots assemble cars. We rely on satellites, lasers, software, concrete. And yet, thousands of years ago, people with no electricity, no steel, no engines, built monuments so vast, so precise, so enduring, that even today we struggle to fully explain how. The Great Pyramid, rising from the sands of Egypt. Angkor Wat, hidden in the jungles of Cambodia. Machu Picchu, clinging to the Andes like a dream in stone. Stonehenge, standing like a forgotten calendar. The Moai of Easter Island, gazing out to sea. These are not just buildings. They are echoes of ancient minds, of people who dared to shape mountains with their bare hands. So how did they do it? 1. Tools and ingenuity. First, let's put aside the myth of primitive people. Ancient humans were brilliant engineers. They used levers, rollers, sledges, copper chisels, pulleys. They used sand to polish, water to reduce friction, and ramps to raise stones. But tools alone don't explain it. Their genius was in thinking, in observation, experimentation, and teamwork. They understood geometry before Euclid. They applied physics without Newton. They built with precision we still admire today. 2. Manpower and organization. Imagine 10,000 people moving as one, divided by skill. Quarry teams, transport crews, masons and architects, support teams, cooks, healers, artists. Everything was organized, like an orchestra with no conductor, but perfect rhythm. They didn't build in chaos. They built with purpose and precision. And unlike modern projects, they had decades. Some structures took generations to complete. Sons continued what fathers began. Building wasn't a job. It was a life mission. 3. Faith, meaning, and devotion. Today, we build for profit. Back then, people built for faith. These weren't homes or stores. They were temples to gods, tombs for kings, altars to the heavens. The more massive the monument, the closer to the divine. Belief gave strength. It gave thousands the will to work under the burning sun for years without question. Not for money, but for immortality, for honor, for the sacred. And that is a power we often forget today. 4. Transmission of knowledge. You won't find blueprints. You won't find written manuals. What you'll find is oral tradition. Master builders passed their wisdom through stories, rituals, symbols. Knowledge wasn't in books. It was in people. This is why we still don't fully understand how they did it. Because their secrets weren't lost in ruins. They were lost in time. 5. Cosmic understanding. Ancient builders aligned structures to the stars. The Great Pyramid points almost perfectly north. Angkor Wat reflects equinox and solstice. Stonehenge marks the summer sun. The Temple of the Sun in Machu Picchu casts light exactly where it was meant to. They didn't just build on Earth. They built with the universe in mind. 6. Mystery that still stands. Some stones are cut too perfectly. Some alignments are too precise. Some logistics seem impossible. How did they lift 800-ton blocks? How did they transport statues over mountains? How did they cut granite with tools softer than granite? We don't know, not fully. And that's the beauty. Because their genius still challenges ours. 7. What it teaches us today. Maybe the question isn't just how they did it. Maybe it's why they did it. They believed in legacy. They believed in something larger than life. And they were willing to spend lifetimes for it. Today, we have all the technology. But do we have their vision, their unity, their courage? When you next stand before a ruin, don't just admire the stones. Remember the hands that shaped them, because if they could build eternity with bare hands, what's stopping us?